Hey, I'm going back to my parents' house. Prepare something delicious, okay? What? Now? It's so sudden. You're a housewife. You should be able to do it. Oh no, when are you coming back? I don't know. About 30 minutes? Half an hour. It may not be much, but I'll get ready as best as I can. That's not enough. Today is the first time I'm taking my husband Bob back to my parents' house. What? This is so sudden. Bob was on a business trip until yesterday. He said he bought souvenirs for his parents, and he really wanted to give them in person. I told him I'd give them. He hasn't seen my family since the wedding, and he's never been to my parents' house, so he really wanted to come. Why don't you want to bring him? What are you talking about? Of course it's because of you. I don't want people to know there's a woman like you in my family. That's why we didn't even invite you to our wedding. But recently, when I was having a drink with Bob, I told him that my brother is married. Then he asked me why I didn't invite you to our wedding. I told him about how my brother brought you into our home 4.5 years ago as a housekeeper. So I thought it was okay to bring Bob to my parents' house. Besides, Bob is crazy about me. There's no way he'll hate me for this. I see. I'm telling you, I won't forgive you if you hit on Bob. I won't do that. You never know. My brother never pays attention to you. Maybe you're trying to flirt with Bob, who's nice to you. Bob would never go for an ugly, antisocial girl like you. It's true that your brother may not value me very much, but that doesn't change the fact that I am his wife. I won't flirt with your husband, I promise. I hope that's the case. Anyway, we're starving. Prepare enough food to fill us up, okay? Okay. Bob, what's wrong with you? You said you wanted to visit my parents' house, and then you just rush off after an hour or so? You hardly ate.
I'm sorry. Something came up. I'd appreciate it if you'd apologize to your father and mother for my rudeness.
That's fine, but, Bob, if you have something to do, can I stay at my parents' house today?
Yes, that's fine.
But there's something else that's been bothering me.
What is it?
Bob, you were talking to our housekeeper, weren't you? What on earth were you talking about with that woman?
Well, she's been taking care of you, so I thought I should say hello to her.
That's not necessary.
Why? She's your brother's wife, right?
Yes, but she's like a housekeeper, like I told you before.
That's not right. You're saying that she's been living in that house for 4.5 years, and she's been treated like that the whole time?
That's right. That woman is all alone in the world.
You said that before. You mean she has no parents?
I don't know the details either, but she was raised in an institution, and she is a high school graduate. My brother married her out of kindness. She gets to stay there just because she does the housework.
You're saying that he married her not because he loved her, but he wanted her to be a housekeeper?
Of course he did. That woman is just a housekeeper. Besides, that woman is my personal slave. Whenever I go to my parents' house, I use her as I please. That's what a slave really wants, isn't it? That's what Mom and my brother want too. They say I can use her as I like. So from now on, Bob, you don't have to worry about that woman. You can treat her as a slave if you want.
I understand what you're thinking, Janet. Let's get a divorce.
What? Divorce? Why? I knew she told you something. Of course she did. Otherwise, there's no way you would have asked me for a divorce.
Don't talk about her like that. I just know who you really are. I couldn't be with you any longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
Anyway, I told you how I feel. I don't know if it is me or my lawyer who will tell you how we go about things from here. But we'll talk again later.
Huh? I don't want a divorce. And a lawyer? I don't want that. Hey, Bob! Is this Bob's account? When you introduced yourself to me, you gave me your contact. I left the house as you told me to, and I was able to check into the hotel you booked for me. I'm texting you from the hotel now.
Thank God. You got out of the house safely, didn't you? You are right about my contact. I must have surprised you by talking to you.
At first, I didn't think you would talk to me. But when I heard you were Ellen's brother, I was even more surprised. But when I realized that you were trying to help me, I wanted to count on you. Thanks to you, I was able to leave the house like this, and I'm really grateful to you.
I'm so glad. My sister told me about you like this. I have a good friend named Susan. 5 years ago, she suddenly got married, and I haven't heard from her since. She said, I hope she's happy, but what if she's in some kind of trouble? She said that no matter how many times she tried to contact you, you wouldn't answer her calls or read her messages. Just recently, I heard about you from Janet. I asked her how old you were, and she said you were the same age as my sister, and I thought, maybe. My sister showed me your picture, so I visited Janet's parents' house on the pretext of giving them a souvenir. Sure enough, you were there. I felt like my heart skipped a beat.
I see. Ellen was worried about me that much. Ellen told me a lot about you. I thought you were close, and I'm a little jealous because I have no family. I knew your name, but I didn't think you were Janet's husband.
Of course not. My sister still worries about you. She said when she heard you were getting married, she should have asked you more about the situation. She said she'd ask you when you have settled down, but she said she should have at least asked you where you'd live before you moved. She kept blaming herself.
Oh no, she didn't do anything wrong. My husband told me that he loves me and wants to marry me. I was so happy that someone would say such a thing to me. I was over the moon. But I was deceived. He just wanted to be with any woman who had no family. My husband told me at the time that he wanted me to come live with him and bring my belongings to him. I went to the place he told me to go at the appointed time. He took me straight to his parents' house and took away my cell phone, my cash, my savings, everything.
So, the cell phone you have now is not the one you originally had?
No, my own account was canceled. This is the phone that my husband signed up for. The only contacts I have on it are my in-laws. So even if I wanted to contact Ellen, I couldn't.
I see. Janet treated you like a housekeeper. You didn't work or anything?
They said they didn't know what I would do if I worked and earned the money. They made me a housewife because they thought I might run away. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere except for the grocery store, and they'd check my GPS on my cell phone, so I had no choice.
That's terrible. I'm really glad I went today.
I really don't know how to thank you. If you hadn't rescued me, I would have spent the rest of my life as a housekeeper in that house.
From now on, live your life, Susan. My sister and I will help you.
Thank you. Oh yes, the $500 you handed me today, I'll pay you back when things settle down. So can you wait a little? And I will definitely return the money for this hotel as well.
No, don't worry about it. That money is... My sister has prepared this money for you, in case my brother-in-law's wife is Susan. She was sure you'll say you'll return it. She said she didn't want it.
Ellen even said that.
Susan, don't think about anything else today. Enjoy being alone for a while. You are 2.5 hours away from that house by train. I don't think they will come after you. You deleted your GPS, didn't you? If so, they can't track you down.
Thank you. I never thought I'd be so happy to be alone.
Tomorrow, My sister will pick you up when you check out of the hotel.
I get to meet Ellen. I'm so happy. How can I thank you?
It's too soon to say thank you. My sister and I are ready to help your divorce. You can thank us after the divorce is finalized.
I'll take you up on that.
Of course. My sister and I are on your side. I'm ready to divorce Janet too. Let's fight together.
I think that's a good idea. Someone who treats me like a slave? I don't think she deserves you, Bob.
If we talk forever, you won't be able to relax, so I'll leave you alone today.
Thank you so much, Bob.
I told you it's too soon.
That's right. Hey, I've been trying to reach you since last night. I was in a mess yesterday, and I didn't realize you were gone until now. Where are you? I know you have your GPS turned off. You'll pay for this. What do you mean by mess? Is it about your getting divorced? How do you know that? You're not with Bob, are you? Let's just say I'm not. I'm not going to tell you where I am. I'm divorcing your brother too. Will you tell him? Huh? You're not allowed to do that. I don't care if you guys allow me or not. I know he is close. You may have taken a few things with you, but you're broke. What can you do? I'm going to find you and I'm going to punish you. I'm supposed to meet my best friend now. What? Best friend? You don't have a best friend. You haven't talked to anyone for the last 4.5 years. Nobody remembers you. As a matter of fact, I have a best friend who's always worried about me. She is Bob's sister, Ellen. Do you know her? What? Ellen? No way! She's beautiful, caring, always so kind. She is your best friend? That can't be true. I've known her since elementary school. She's exactly like you said. She's always taken care of me and she treated me equally. She called me her best friend. Ellen is my one and only best friend. 5 years ago, I was brought to your parents' house. They took away my cell phone, my money, everything, and I lost contact with everyone. But Ellen was always looking out for me. And then, by some chance, you and Bob got married. Yesterday, he rescued me. Janet, thank you so much for marrying Bob. What? I don't understand. I never thought this would happen. Because of you, Bob and I are on the verge of divorce. If he divorced me, I will never forgive you. I'm not afraid anymore, even if you threaten me like that. I have Ellen and Bob with me. Huh? Bob is on your side? Don't be ridiculous. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm meeting Ellen now, and I want to get ready for checkout. Checkout? You're staying in a hotel? You're broke and yet you're so cocky. Hey, are you listening to me? I'm not done talking. Hey, Susan, please come home. I can't reach Bob. After you divorced my brother, my parents and my brother are blaming me for you leaving, saying I treated you like a slave. So they took me back to my parents' house and forced me to do all the housework. I finally understand how hard it had been for you. Please, can't you get back together with my brother? I'll help you with the housework a little. I'm going to get sick if this continues. Hey, Susan, you read this message, right? Then say something. Hey, help me, please.
Susan, my sister told me you started working recently. Isn't it hard to work for the first time in a long time? Don't work too hard.
It's true that I wasn't working for a long time. I make mistakes and cause some trouble, and I'm sorry for it. But just the fact that I can go to work makes me happy. Besides, Ellen went to the trouble of introducing me to a place to work. I need to learn the job quickly, play an active role, and repay Ellen and the company for their kindness.
Susan, it's great that you're motivated, but don't be too hard on yourself. Your health is a priority.
Yes, I know. Thank you so much for thinking about me. But I'm fine now that Ellen is by my side and is always ready to listen to me. You guys helped me find a place to live. I can't thank you enough.
I'm glad you're happy. And Susan, I have good news. It took me longer than you, but I divorced Janet.
Really? I'm so happy. It feels like it happened to me.
Susan, you're too kind.
Oh, the day you took me out of that house, we made a promise, remember?
Promise?
Yes. You'd let me thank you when the divorce is finalized.
Yeah.
Let's have dinner, you, Ellen, and me. I'll be getting my first paycheck soon. Plus, my ex-husband will be giving me a large sum of money for alimony and other things. So I'd like to treat you to a meal as a thank you.
Is it gonna be okay?
Of course. Compared to what you guys have done for me, this is nothing. But I hope you'll let me do this at least.
Thank you very much. Well, if you insist.
By all means. Think about what you want to eat.
Okay, I'll call my sister.
Sure. With the divorces being finalized, we celebrated our departure for a new life. The three of us ate a lot of barbecue together. This brought Bob and me closer. We started dating on the premise of marriage. Ellen told me that she doesn't worry about us. I was not blessed with family, but thanks to my best friend who I love very much, I am very happy now. My ex-husband and in-laws paid me alimony and my savings. The alimony is for the mental anguish I suffered for 5 years. Thanks to a lawyer who is a friend of Bob, I was able to get a large sum of money, as much as $50,000. I don't know how my ex-husband's family is doing now. I don't have any good memories of them, so I'm just going to forget about them. I want to enjoy my life now as much as I can.
Hello, Bruce. I have something important to tell you. Can we talk?
Miss Victoria, I was so worried about Trisha. Since she cancelled our date, I haven't heard back from her. Trisha went to the hospital, right? How is she doing?
They told me she had cancer and only had a year to live.
What? No way, are you serious? Trisha is only 24 years old.
It's true. I wish we would have found it earlier. I never thought she'd get cancer. She didn't get a checkup for cancer screening before. By the time we found it, it was too late.
What? I don't know what's going on. She was fine just a little while ago.
I'm sorry for messaging you like this so suddenly. Trisha asked me to tell you.
I don't know what to say. I can't think about anything right now.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it either. I kept asking my doctor if there was some mistake, but it was real.
Trisha has cancer and only has a year to live.
I knew I had to tell you, her fiancé, as soon as possible, but I was busy going back and forth between the hospital and home. I couldn't get my mind right, so I couldn't contact you right away. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you.
Hold on. I don't know what to do.
I know it's confusing to hear this suddenly.
Do you know what caused it?
We don't know the cause. She doesn't smoke or drink. She has always said her health came first, and she was very careful about her diet. She seemed to enjoy her work. She didn't seem stressed out. And we don't have a family history of cancer, so I guess you could say it was bad luck.
I see.
So, I have a favor to ask you, Bruce.
Sorry. I have to take care of something now. I have to go.
Wait, listen to me just a little longer. Trisha needs you.
I can't see Trisha when she's like this. I can't do it right now, even if you ask me to stay by her side.
It's not like that. I understand how you feel. I won't ask you to see her. I just want you to talk to Trisha just once. She says there's something she really wants to tell you, so can you call her?
No, I really don't have time. I can't even talk to her.
Please, just once is all I need. Trisha is too worn out to send messages, so let me call you just once.
I told you I really can't do this right now.
Sorry, Bruce.
Trisha, hold on.
I really wanted to meet you and apologize properly, but I'm not feeling well.
I see. Like I told your mom, I can't come to you.
I know, it's too much for you. Thanks for everything. The 2 years I spent with Bruce were a lot of fun.
No, Trisha, don't say something like that. It's too early to give up.
I've only got a year to live. It can't be helped. There's no hope for a cure. We have to cherish the life we have left and live one day at a time.
Trisha, I'm kind of busy. Can I go now?
Okay. I'm sorry to call you when you're busy. You don't have to come to the hospital, but it would be nice to talk once in a while.
I don't know if that's possible.
Bruce?
I think we're done here. I'm hanging up. Please don't call me like that.
I'm sorry. Trisha has been worried about you for a long time, and she said she really wanted to talk to you.
I'm sorry, but I'm calling off the engagement.
What? You won't see her anymore?
I can't see her now, so please let Trisha know. Miss Victoria, please stay away from me too.
What? Looks like there's no point in holding you back. Okay, I understand. My name is Trisha. I'm 24 years old. My parents divorced when I was very young and my mother raised me by herself. I've been sick for a while, so I went to the hospital for a checkup and found out that I have cancer. I was told that I'm at a stage where there's nothing the doctor can do, and I had only 1 year to live. I had been getting annual checkups, but I had never had a cancer screening. I never thought I would get cancer at such a young age. I have been dating my fiancé Bruce for 2 years now. He just recently proposed to me. We had just written out our registration and were about to submit it. It's really depressing and I feel like crying and screaming, but I've decided to keep my emotions to myself and not share them with anyone. Whether or not I can marry Bruce doesn't matter to me. I just want him to be with me until the end of my life. I understand that it's difficult for him to be with a fiancé who has been given a limited time to live. Still, I hope to spend the remainder of my life with him, at the very least. Hey, I just saw you with a woman at the hospital. Who was that woman?
What?
You told me to stay away from you, so I didn't talk to you, but I think I've seen that woman somewhere before.
Is this the hospital where Trisha is staying? I didn't know.
So, who the hell is that woman? Why were you in the hospital?
She's my ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend?
Yes, we got back together just the other day. She just got off work. I was just picking her up.
What? Oh my god, she's a doctor here at the hospital. That's why she looked so familiar. Are you in a relationship already?
Kinda, yeah.
Seriously? Well, you've already called off your engagement to Trisha. I guess no one has the right to interfere with your love life.
Trisha didn't see me with her, did she?
Don't worry about that. Trisha is too worn out to leave the hospital room right now because she can't move.
Really? I don't want to make things awkward, so please keep it a secret, Miss Victoria.
Fine. I don't want to hurt Trisha, so I'll keep quiet.
Well, I have an important appointment with her, so if you'll excuse me.
Okay, I understand that you have your own life.
I know Trisha's going through a tough time, and I disappointed you. I'm sorry I'm such a jerk.
I wish you could have been there for Trisha, but it can't be helped.
I'm sorry.
But I hope when things settle down, I'd like you to visit Trisha once in a while. I feel like just seeing your face, it might extend her life a little.
I'm sorry, but I can't promise anything.
Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
I'm sorry, I'm really busy. Excuse me.
Bruce, what's going on? Explain it to me so I can understand.
What?
The doctor you said was your girlfriend came to Trisha's room out of the blue. She's not her doctor, so what's going on?
I didn't hear anything.
Trisha said she came to check on her. She was so surprised that I wasn't there. I don't understand what's going on.
Maybe she thought no one was here. Did she say anything?
She said she just came to check on Trisha's condition. How often do doctors suddenly examine a patient they're not in charge of? On top of that, she came here assuming that I wasn't there. Sneaking around like that is suspicious.
I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor and I don't know what's going on. I can't say anything unless I ask her.
That woman, maybe she did something strange to Trisha, like giving her some kind of weird medicine or...
No, she wouldn't do anything like that. She's a good doctor. I think she went to see her in person, to find out if there was a more effective way to treat her.
That's unnecessary. We don't want any treatment.
What?
Because it's already too late for Trisha, isn't it?
Are you sure she doesn't want to get treatment?
There's nothing we can do. Trisha knows she can't be saved. That's why she doesn't want any unnecessary treatment, and I feel the same way as Trisha.
I see.
And I can't allow your girlfriend to come to her hospital room. I'm sure she thought it was a good thing that Trisha, your ex-fiancé, has only a year to live. I'm sure she just came to see her for the fun of it. I bet she's proud of herself for getting back together with you now.
No, she's not that mean. She works there, so I guess I can't blame her for coming in and out of your hospital room.
Trisha got sick and even broke off her engagement, and you still want her to suffer more?
Trisha doesn't have to suffer. Trisha doesn't know about her, right? So there's nothing to worry about.
But Trisha might find out sooner or later. Your girlfriend might tell you that she's dating you. Don't let her near Trisha again. Let her live out the rest of her life in peace instead of giving her a hard time.
I'm not working at the hospital, so I can't help you there.
Then at least tell her to stay away from us.
We're moving Trisha to a new hospital right now.
What?
I found it. I found a great doctor who might be able to treat Trisha's cancer. I've talked to her doctor and we've already decided where we're going to transfer her.
What are you talking about? I told you we are not going to treat her.
But I just couldn't give up. I was looking for a doctor who could help Trisha.
Leave Trisha alone. You have a new girlfriend, don't you?
Actually, she's not my ex-girlfriend or anything. She's just a childhood friend. When you caught me with her at the hospital, you had the authority over Trisha. So I quickly lied and said she was my ex-girlfriend.
What? Why?
If you found out that I'm looking for a doctor who can treat Trisha, I'm sure you would reject me or stop me. It would be unnatural for me, an outsider, to be talking to a doctor at a hospital like that. But if I told you that it was my ex-girlfriend, I'm sure you will understand.
What?
So, my childhood friend was secretly consulting with Trisha's doctor on my behalf. But there are some things that only family can get into.
You're right, you can't make decisions on your own. Besides, you broke off your engagement with Trisha.
That's why I decided not to break off the engagement. I registered my marriage with Trisha.
What?
I have to be her spouse to receive all the information. Right now, I'm the one who has the authority over Trisha's treatment.
What are you doing? Trisha never said she was married to you. It's strange that I wasn't informed of the marriage.
I'm sorry that I had to inform you now, but you were against Trisha's treatment. If our marriage is annulled or something, even if I found a great doctor, it would be difficult to transfer Trisha to a different hospital.
So your childhood friend's doctor came to see Trisha.
I apologize for making you feel uneasy, and for not being truthful about it. I really wanted to save Trisha. I have to transfer Trisha to a different hospital. I'm so stupid, it's the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry for being so selfish.
You're such a...
When you told me that Trisha had only a year to live, I wanted to hurry up and call my childhood friend doctor.
So that's why you said you were busy.
That's right. We can't waste even a second. I hear that cancer progresses faster in young people.
That's why you've been working so hard. I don't know anything and I've said a lot of terrible things about you. I'm so sorry.
No, it was my fault for doing things on my own. It's natural to be misunderstood. Anyway, Miss Victoria, we'll arrange for an ambulance to take Trisha to the hospital, and she'll be admitted immediately upon arrival.
Will Trisha survive?
She said there's still a way to save her. Let's hope.
Bruce, thank you.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth. By the way, is Trisha available to answer the phone? I'd like to talk to her if possible.
I don't think she can type, so I'll just call you on the phone. Hello?
Trisha, we are going to transfer to a hospital with a great cancer doctor.
What? Transferring to a hospital?
I found it. He's a great doctor who has helped many patients suffering from the same cancer as you. I had my childhood friend doctor look for him and finally found him.
Bruce, you don't have to do that. I have a year to live, remember? It doesn't make sense to transfer me to a hospital now.
No, even with the same symptoms, different doctors see things differently. The great doctor said it's too early to give up. Bring her in right away. He said the sooner the better, so come with me.
Sorry, Bruce. I'm glad you feel that way, but I don't want to be transferred. I don't want to bother you.
You are not bothering me. I'll do anything to save you. I'd even give my life to you.
Your feelings are all I need. Thank you. Bruce, go live your life without me. When I'm gone, I want you to forget about me and be happy.
Without you, I can't be happy. My life is intertwined with you, Trisha.
What?
I don't know if your mother told you, but I've already submitted the marriage registration.
No way. When did this happen?
Before we found out about cancer, we signed it together and had it ready, didn't we? I just submitted it as we planned.
I thought you had already thrown it away a long time ago.
You are my wife, Trisha. I will protect you for the rest of my life.
Bruce, what should I say?
Trisha, please don't give up. Live with me. Let me do everything I can for you.
But there's a strong possibility that I won't live long, you know? Even if I get better, I don't know when it will get worse again.
I don't care. I want to be with you. I want you to live with me. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry I made you sad. I couldn't see you because I was afraid I'd cry if I saw your face. I'm a bad guy, aren't I? I didn't tell you because I thought I'd disappoint you if I couldn't find a doctor who could help you.
Bruce, thank you.
I heard everything. Thank you, Bruce. I'm sorry I doubted you. No, I just couldn't give up like that. I'm sorry for being so selfish. If I hadn't found a doctor who would help Trisha, I don't know what would happen to me. I couldn't imagine my life without Trisha. I'm such a weak man.
That's not true. She won't find anyone who would go to such lengths for her.
But because I lied, I made Trisha and her mother feel bad, even if only for a moment. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm grateful that my daughter found a wonderful person like you.
Thank you, Miss Victoria. I'll ride in the ambulance with you and stay with Trisha.
What? But I have to go with her.
I'll take care of it. Have you been having trouble sleeping since Trisha was admitted? I'll pick her up later.
But...
If you get sick, she will be worried. Don't worry about me. You can count on me from now on.
You're right, Bruce.
I will be honest when I'm having a hard time too. You may think I'm a weak person, but I will do my best. Let's not suppress our painful feelings. Let's share them together.
Thank you. I've been in pain for a long time. I can't tell anyone, and I can't show my crying face to Trisha either.
I know it's hard for you. Me too. But we are starting to see hope. I've arrived at the hospital, so I'm going to the hospital room now.
And so I was transferred by ambulance, accompanied by Bruce, to the hospital where there was a famous cancer doctor. But I had less than a year to live, so the hardest part of my treatment began.
What the hell was for breakfast today? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm sorry, wasn't it good? I tried my best to make it.
No, it was so delicious, it was shocking. I appreciate you cooking for me every day.
Oh God, you scared me. I mean, aren't you at work right now? Are you not busy at work?
I'm on a train on the way to the client's office. I just wanted to thank you. Anyway, are you sure you're okay getting up so early to make breakfast for me? Take it easy, babe. If you're sleepy, you should go to sleep.
Thank you for being such a caring husband, babe. I'll be fine. I'm resting time to time.
That's good. The day after tomorrow is the wedding, so get some rest and get yourself ready.
I know.
Don't get too excited and hurt yourself. You're so clumsy and tend to fall easily.
That's right, I need to calm down. But Mom is more excited than me. She can't sleep because she's so excited to see me in my wedding dress.
You and your mother are just alike in that way.
Don't say that. Oh, I'm so happy. But 3 years ago, I was told that I had 1 year to live. I never thought I'd have a wedding day. I thought wearing a wedding dress would be just a dream.
I won't let it end as a dream. I'm glad I get to stand next to Trisha in her wedding dress.
Thank you, Bruce. Don't cry at the wedding, okay?
I won't. Trisha, please stay by my side forever. I can't wait for tomorrow.
On the day of the wedding, the sky was clear and cloudless. In front of my mother, relatives, and friends, Bruce and I pledged our eternal love. Bruce and I had always said that we would never cry. But as soon as the wedding ceremony started, he cried a lot. He cried throughout the ceremony, and the people who attended couldn't help but cry along. It was a tearful wedding, but everyone was smiling and congratulating us despite their tears. I will never forget this day for the rest of my life. When I was told 3 years ago that I had only 1 year to live, I had completely given up on the idea of living. But thanks to Bruce, who helped me find a good doctor and transferred me to a different hospital, I'm still living a healthy life. However, I am still going to the hospital, and I can't say that I'm cured completely. I don't know how much longer I can live, but I will cherish each and every day and will spend my time with the happiness of being able to be with my loved one.
Hey, Julie, can we talk? Hello, Mom. Sure, what about? It's very important. It's about my son's inheritance. Inheritance? We just finished Louis's funeral. You're already talking about inheritance? Yes. You may not know this, but Louis must have left me quite a bit of money. I'm sure he was thinking about it so that I could live in peace in my old age. He must have thought of that. What a wonderful son. He left you an inheritance for your retirement? I'm not sure about that. But Julie, let me tell you something. I won't give you a single penny of Louis's inheritance, okay? What? There's no use in playing dumb. I know everything. You were just about to divorce Louis, weren't you? Well, yes. Then it's like you are a stranger. I would never give my son's inheritance to you, a stranger. But Mom, have you heard about our reasons for getting divorced? That's just because you're not good enough for my son, and that's why he wanted to dump you. So you have no right. We don't have money to give to a stranger. I see. Now, if you understand, get out of that house today. Why? Why not? The house you lived in with Louis, the house he built, is in my son's name. My son's house is as good as my house as his mother. There is also the matter of inheritance, and this is a definite matter. So from now on, I will live in that house. Leave all my son's things behind and leave today. And of course, take all the stuff with you. Okay. You wouldn't be so selfish not to leave, would you? If you were on the verge of divorce, you wouldn't have to stay in that house, am I right? Well, that's... I guess yes. Well then, goodbye. The day after tomorrow is move-out day anyway. I don't mind if I leave. Move-out day? I'll talk to the real estate agent. You should vacate the house by the end of the day too. I'm sure they will give me some last time to soak in the memories of you and Louis. What? Hey, Julie. Thank you for everything at my brother's funeral. Hi, Becca. I heard that you got sick after the funeral. How are you feeling? Well, I took some time off work and resting now. But thanks to you, I'm feeling better now. I've been very busy with work recently, and I've been very tired. And then the funeral came along, so that's probably the cause. I see. You really need to take a good rest. Yeah, you too. Thank you for giving me a proper send-off despite everything that happened between you and my brother. Don't worry about it, Becca. By the way, I'm sorry about my mother. What? While I was sick, it seemed my mother made a terrible mistake and caused trouble. She kicked you out of the house and said she was going to live there herself, didn't she? Yes. I guess she's probably at that house by now. I knew it.
She doesn't seem to have a clear understanding of inheritance. No matter how much I tried to explain it to her, she wouldn't listen to me. My father is having a hard time with this too. Oh, really? Julie, I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. Is it possible to meet with you now? I'd like to discuss the current situation, including my mother's, and discuss our future. Sure. I'm staying at a hotel in front of the station tonight. There's a coffee shop on the first floor of the hotel. How about we talk there? It's the Greenwoods Hotel at the north exit. Oh, that will be great. It's close to my house. I'll be right there. Julie, answer the phone. Hey, Mom. Sorry, I was on the train. What on earth is going on? About what? A real estate agent came to the house, and he wants to evict me as soon as possible. He said if I don't leave, he's going to sue me for squatting. I told you, didn't I? I told you that today is the day to vacate the house. I told you to vacate the house as well. You did? But I didn't hear that this house was in your name, and I can't believe it has already been sold. Oh, I guess Louis didn't tell you about it. Maybe he was going to tell you after everything was done. He didn't tell me anything. What the hell is going on? You heard that Louis and I were just about to get divorced. What does that have to do with anything? I don't think it has anything to do with the house. Actually, the reason I want a divorce is because of Louis's infidelity. Huh? Louis was having an affair? No way! Yes, that's why I asked for alimony from him. Louis says he can't pay because he has no money. No way! Louis worked for a big company. He must have had a good amount of savings. Yes, he used to have a good amount of savings, but he paid so much money to his side chick. Until a year ago, we had nearly $200,000 in our savings, but now it's less than $500. $200,000 to $500? Actually, this is not only Louis's savings, but also our joint savings account. In other words, he used my money without my permission. Well, I wanted to ask him to pay back the money, but I understand that he can't pay for everything, and I just wanted to cut off ties after the divorce. As a result of our discussion, I received the car, the house, and the furniture and appliances in the house as alimony. At that time, I changed the name of the house and sold the whole house to a real estate agent. How could you? The real estate agent kindly waited for us to move out until after Louis's funeral. That's terrible. This house is like a memento of my son. How can you sell it off without a second thought? Don't you have a heart? Why are you blaming me? It's his fault that things turned out this way. In the first place, he should not have cheated on me. If he hadn't, he wouldn't have spent all his money like that and gone broke. And he wouldn't have had to give up the house, car, furniture, and appliances as alimony. I get it. So the woman who stole Louis from you is to blame for all this. I can't believe she tricked my son into giving her all the money. Who the hell is she? At least, I need to make one complaint to feel satisfied. Oh, that woman? You know her very well, right? Huh? Who? It's Hannah. What? I guess it was last year, right? You told your son that I wasn't suitable as a wife. You introduced your friend's daughter to Louis as a potential new wife, right? They've been in a relationship ever since. No way! I just wanted you to be more solid as a wife. I thought that if I brought a young, attractive woman to him, you would realize that you need to change, you know? Sounds like you just wanted to harass me. Oh no, it's not like that. And I didn't expect Louis to be serious about her. But as it turns out, you made Louis cheat. And then, you seem to have misunderstood something about inheritance. Louis didn't leave any kind of will, so in this case, the legal heirs has the right to inherit. I know that. That's why I'm saying I, his mother, have the right. I'm sorry to say this, but in this case, the only one who falls under the legal heir is the wife, me. What? Why? I'm his biological mother. I mean, this is connected to what I was saying earlier. Louis has nothing that can be called an inheritance. What? All of his lifetime savings were used for Hannah. His remaining cash and deposits are almost zero. Zero? I've done my research and there was nothing. No way. If you doubt me, I can show you the bank books and all the other evidence. If you want, I can put you in front of a lawyer and we can go over it thoroughly. Okay, that's enough. I see. Then please leave the house today. Oh no, this can't be. Julie? I just went to your parents' house and found a total stranger living there. Our family moved out 6 months ago. What? You didn't know? I think my parents told you about it. What? So why did you decide to go to my parents' house? Maybe you're looking for me, but I'm not at my parents' house, okay? It's too far away from my workplace. Then where are you now? Tell me. I'm temporarily staying with a relative. Relative's house? Where is it? I will go there now. Just tell me. I won't tell you. We are no longer related, remember? Not related? You married my son. Even if Louis passed away, it doesn't change the fact that you married into our family. You must support me. No, there is no such law. However, I've already filed for a legal separation with the authorities. What? What does that mean? It means I've officially severed all legal ties with my deceased spouse's blood relatives. Now that means we are legally disassociated. We are strangers. What? That's why I am not obligated to tell a stranger my parents' current address. I am also under no obligation to support you as a stranger. Then what am I supposed to do now? Who is going to support me when my son is gone? Oh yeah, your husband divorced you, didn't he? How did you know about that? I've heard a lot about you from Becca. Louis's death was caused by a car accident. Hannah was a passenger in the car at the time, right? They went on a road trip behind my back, and they got into an accident. Hannah only suffered minor injuries. So if only Louis hadn't cheated on me, he might still be alive today. However, the person he was having an affair with was the person you introduced to Louis, and the reason for the introduction was to harass me. Naturally, your husband and Becca know everything about it. I heard that he was furious and decided to divorce you, and Becca also decided to cut off ties with you, right? I never thought it would come to this. I certainly didn't expect it to end this way. In the first place, introducing another woman to your son who is married is insane, isn't it? You encouraged your son's infidelity. I think you deserved it. Hey, help me out here. What? I have nowhere to go. My husband has left me, and my daughter has left me. My parents' house is gone, and I have no parents or siblings. You are the only one I can rely on. I'm the mother of the man to whom you married once. I told you earlier that we are legally disassociated. I don't care about the law. I think we can get along just because I am Louis's mother. Let's continue to live together as mother and daughter and get along well with each other. Excuse me? Did you forget that I was hurt by Louis's betrayal and was working on a divorce?
What? You also repeatedly harassed me. I don't want you to be involved anymore. Oh no. Have you forgotten the debt of gratitude you owe me for accepting you as my son's wife? You have no one else to turn to, so help me as an ex-wife. I can't. Why not? It's just too much for me to handle on a physical level. What? I don't want to see your face or hear your voice anymore. I will block you now. Goodbye. Darlene searched everywhere for me, even going to my uncle and his wife's house where I used to live. However, my uncle blackmailed her and she turned blue and ran away. After that, I thought she understood her position, but she barged into Hannah's house. I had already received a solid alimony payment from her, so I had no intention of taking revenge on her. But Darlene must not have been satisfied with her feelings. She went on a rampage, screaming that she did not receive her son's inheritance because of Hannah. The situation escalated, requiring police intervention. I wanted to tell her that it was all her fault in the first place. In the end, she was sued for damages. She started working part-time to pay the damages, and she has been working from morning till night. She thought she'd be able to live a comfortable retirement with her son's inheritance. But now, she has to live the opposite life. This is exactly what she deserves, right? Amanda, where are you now? I tried calling Anthony, but he didn't answer at all. I messaged him, but he didn't read my messages. That's why I'm contacting you. Amanda? Seriously, you're not reading my messages too. Anyway, I'm going to the hotel and checking in first. You guys hurry up and get over here, okay? Hey, what's going on? I just came from the front desk of the hotel, and they said they don't have a reservation for me. Anyway, call me as soon as possible. Sorry for the late reply, Mom. I waited forever. I've been trying to reach you. Where the hell have you been? I'm sorry. I turned off my phone until now. What? Why did you bother to do that? If your phone is out of service, you won't be able to contact me. No, it will only be out of service for a few hours, and I can get in touch with you if I turn it on again. I had it turned off because I wanted to enjoy my rare airplane trip. Airplane? Why would I need to fly to Las Vegas? Las Vegas? That's right. Las Vegas is only a few hours' drive from your place, right? Why do you need to fly? Don't make up some weird excuse just because you're late getting back to me. It's not an excuse. Anyway, what about Anthony? I've been messaging him, but he still hasn't read them. He's right next to me. He's turned off the phone for a long time too. He said he hasn't read the messages from you yet. Oh, I see. So, where are you two now? We're in a cab on our way to where we're staying. What? Where's the hotel? I went to the front desk and they said they didn't have a reservation. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. I can't see what you're talking about. You're traveling too? Is there any trouble there? What are you talking about? You didn't tell me your arrival time and waited for you two at the station, but you didn't show up. What? I get it. You changed hotels at the last minute, didn't you? You should have called me when it's important like that, for heaven's sake. So, where's the hotel? Anthony just checked your messages. Did you by any chance try to follow us on our honeymoon? That's what I told Anthony, right? I'm not a fan of flying, so I asked him to change it to Las Vegas. I also showed him the brochure of the hotel we wanted to stay at. And I asked Anthony to reserve a room for me. This is not what he promised. Mom? What? Anthony looks very exhausted right now. Why? When I said I'd follow you on your honeymoon, Anthony just laughed without saying a word. He didn't say no. That means I can go with you.
Mom, he thought you were joking.
Huh?
He said he remembered talking about that when he went to your house, but he didn't think you were serious about going on honeymoon with us.
What?
And the fact that your friends are coming along too, he was even less inclined to take it seriously.
I wasn't joking. What's wrong with a mother accompanying her son and his wife on their trip? Leaving the parents who took care of him behind to have fun with just the two of them? It's not fair.
Well, I don't understand that feeling. Anyway, we have no intention of going on our honeymoon with you.
By the way, where did you guys go?
Hawaii, as planned.
You mean you didn't even change the destination?
Yes, so we didn't even book a hotel in Las Vegas.
Oh no, what are we supposed to do tonight? Are you saying we should sleep on the road?
Anthony just found a hotel near the station that can be reserved for today.
Oh really?
As soon as the reservation is confirmed, he will send you the details.
Great. That's my son. He loves his mother so much.
Oh, he said you should pay him later.
Really? He's so stingy. I'm his mother.
No, I think it's only natural. And also...
What?
Anthony said he'll talk to you properly about it later, but he was going to cancel the plan to live with you and Dad.
What? Why?
Don't you understand? Anthony fears that this is a bad sign for the future relationship between us. Anthony is really concerned.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not true, is it? Anthony's a kind boy who loves his mother. There's no way he would abandon me.
I think he's making this decision because he's a kind and gentle boy who loves his mother. According to Anthony, you've always been a bit of an over-involved person, but this is going to spur on even more. I think it would be better for both of us if we didn't live together.
Oh no. What about you, Amanda? You don't think so, do you? You'll live with me, right?
I'm sorry, but I agree with Anthony.
Don't say that.
Anthony said he'll talk about it with Dad next time. So that's all I wanted to say.
Hey!
Now, if you'll excuse me.
I don't want you to do that. I told my friend that I live with my son and his wife. She told me how jealous she is that I have a loving son and daughter-in-law. But how can I tell her that it's not happening anymore? I don't even know how to explain that we didn't get a hotel reservation. Please, please come over here now. Hey, pick up the phone.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.